What about my love? Wasn't it enough? Just let me know so I can...
Number 4, man. We've been talking about this guy all year long, and the reason why Arizona State had such a good year that they had, we're talking about a guy that went 4-1 against ranked teams. 4-1 against ranked teams
in 1 year of playing.
And guess the only team that he lost to that was ranked in overtime.
Texas.
Correct.
In the playoffs.
39-31 was the score. And if they would have had Jordan Tyson and a healthy 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝗶𝗶𝗀𝗀, we're looking at a completely different outcome to probably this game. And also, I believe their starting safety was suspended for the first half of that game.
Yeah. Those two suspensions were the big, or that suspension and that injury was the big storyline leading up to it.
Man, we could have been looking at a completely different team. And I mean, he played his ass off like all year long. I mean, you talk about the Iowa State game, 45-19 complete beating. He only threw the ball 17 times, 219 yards, 3 touchdowns, 33 yards on the ground, and another touchdown.
I would have loved to have seen Sam Leavitt in Arizona State versus Will Howard in Ohio State in the playoffs.
That would have been a fun game.
I'm not saying Ohio State still wouldn't have won, but that would have came down to like the wire, I feel like.
I wonder what it would have been like if Jonathan Smith could have retained Sam Leavitt in Michigan State.
Yeah.
I get Adam Childs was his guy, and obviously he came over at Michigan State with him. And Adam Childs did okay. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't terrible. But you look at the year that Sam Leavitt had, and it's almost like if you had a crystal ball and knew, Michigan State had an okay year too. I mean, from where they were, under the whole Mel Tucker situation and going through that, well, you know, Michigan State recruited their ass off to try to get Sam Leavitt there, and he said peace out, and then ends up under what we consider one of the best coaches, if not best OCs, probably over the last 6 or 7 years in Kenny Dillingham. And I don't know, man, one of his emotional press conference at the end of the Big 10 champion or the Big 12 championship, when they knew that they had a chance to get into the college football playoff, that was awesome. Like, I want to play for a guy like that, you know? And this is the Dan Lanning tree, and the Dan Lanning tree goes back to Mike Norvell's tree and things like that. Like, that dude's been put through the mold. This not about Kenny Dillingham. Let me talk about the intangibles of Sam Leavitt real quick. Sam Leavitt is another guy that we're going to sit up here and say that hopefully he doesn't transition to playing wide receiver or tight end in the NFL. His arm has way too much potential.
Yeah.
His leadership on the field, the way that he's going in there and remember, he's on the sideline yelling at the 4th and 5th year seniors, like, what are we doing, guys? In the college football playoff game, getting those guys to rally behind him. He wasn't satisfied with just being down to Texas. He wasn't satisfied. He knew that Cam was out. Him and Cam were showing extreme leadership at their positions, and we're still thinking about Sam Leavitt as a freshman. I mean, technically he was, right? As a redshirt freshman last year.
Yeah.
So the guy has a lot of football in front of him, and that's if he decides to stay as long as he wants to. The NIL thing, now we really get to see what the NIL money look like, because, you know, they threw probably a hell of a lot at him this year. I don't know what his valuation was, but hopefully that doesn't get to his head. Jordan Tyson decided to stay back, who we think, hey, man, if we did a top 10 wide receivers list, he's probably on that.
Yeah,
I'm telling you that right now. They might. I mean, a lot of people have been talking about Texas Tech and TCU, but my goodness, man, I think the Big 12 might be the Pac-12 of last year, or the year before last year, where they come out having some of the best quarterback play with Caden Salter and Devin Dampier and Sam Leavitt and Baron Morton and Josh Hoover. Dude, the list just goes on and on and on. Noah Fafita might have a resurgence this year. Avery Johnson. Jalen Daniels might be able to stay healthy for a fucking full season now. Rocco Beck, bro, the names just keep going on and on and on in my head. So, but Sam Leavitt is definitely the top of that list, right? And he's going to be the breadwinner as long as he plays exactly how he played last year. And when we talk about guys like Shedeur Sanders and guys that didn't win against ranked teams, this dude played 5 ranked teams, almost beat Texas, and was almost 5-0 against ranked teams last year. I'm telling you right now, Sam Leavitt got put through the gauntlet, and he came out on top every single time.
Yeah.
I understand 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝗶𝘲𝘀 was a huge part of that, but why are we not talking about Sam Leavitt enough, man? Throw him his flowers. That's why he's at number 5. He definitely deserves to be here.